Hey guys, Moose here. Welcome back to another episode of Stonehearth and our Raz Children playthrough as we get attacked here right at the beginning. I think we're good. Probably going to win this. Actually, we should focus down their healers. Which they're doing. Where'd he go? There's one of them. I don't know where the other one went. Oh, he's right there. Alright. That guy out, and we should be good. So, it is, it's Sunday, but that's not the relevant part. The relevant part is that it is February 12th. And how many years is that? 18. Wow. 18 years ago today, Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri came out. It's a pretty fantastic game. I actually never tried it. I was only really playing Civ 2 back then, which was a great deal of fun. But I heard a lot about Alpha Centauri. I know the, was it Beyond Earth came out not that long ago? I haven't played that either. Really should. I like their kind of, okay, that was weird. I like their perspective on, like, basically sci-fi tech, I guess. What I meant by non was, like, tech that doesn't exist yet, is what I was gonna say. And Alpha Centauri had some interesting ones, things like mind stapling, I think it was, that were just weird, but kind of cool. I really hope someone gets this guy. Oh, I hadn't queued it up. Okay, that explains it. Could have sworn I did that, but it's fine. But yeah, it was a really cool game. I'm kind of surprised it came out in '99. But I just feel like it should be longer ago. Like, I feel like a lot of those games were coming out in '95, but thinking back, having that game come out in '99 is actually pretty amazing anyway. Like, to think that in just almost, well, I mean, it's almost 20 years now. It feels like it's been quite a while, but it hasn't really been that long. And we've gone from that to freaking ridiculous stuff. Even a while back, looking at Sins of a Solar Empire or something. Huge, huge gap. Huge improvement in technology and processing power. It's just amazing how far we've come. But it also makes me think about, you know, how my life has changed in that time and kind of, well, the obvious aspect of that it boils down to is, God, I wish I had time to play a game like Alpha Centauri. Wish I had time to put into a longer form game like that, and it's just the time doesn't exist anymore. Such is life as an adult, but you know, maybe one day I'll reclaim that. Get stupid rich and retire at 40 and then, you know, just play games all day. Make money off of it too if I can do it on YouTube. Who knows? That would be nice. Not very likely, especially in California, but it'd be nice. But I really miss being able to play those longer games. Like, there's a lot of really, I guess, long-form games that I'd love to put time into and play, and I just can't. Games like, is that a rotting tree? No, okay, it's just dark. Okay, no new person, we're still short on net worth, that's fine. And I should make some more potions. Go for the cheaper ones for now. Do like 15, I think that'll be 75 out of 86 used. Yeah, what games would I like to put in time on? I like the idea of EVE Online, but I don't think I could ever play it. What I'd really like to play is some of the X series games like Terran Conflict and Albion Prelude were both very good. I played, I think, Homecoming a lot, and then that was kind of at the end of when I had free time, so now I kind of can't get back into it because it takes... I feel like that game you really have to play a lot. If you're going to play it, you got to play it like pretty consistently, and I just don't have the time. But it's really cool because you do stuff like... have AI controlled trading ships that you say, hey, go to this system and then buy this product for this much or less, and then take it to this system and sell it for this cost or this price or higher. And you make money in an automated way, to the point where, like, one of the ways that I made money in that game back when I played it was you'd set up your trading ships and then just leave the game running overnight at the highest time acceleration that you could, and try to make bank. And it worked, you know? I mean, usually your ships would get attacked at some point, you'd lose them, but generally you'd have made enough money by then that it didn't matter. Let's take this guy out. There's a lot of other games like that too. I have one good memory was kind of an all-nighter. It wasn't a sleepover, it was just an all-nighter at a friend's place, and we just played Sins of a Solar Empire, which I mentioned earlier. We had like a 10-hour long game, 10 or 15-hour long game, where we started it the night prior, and we pretty much just played until morning. Like 8 AM in the morning we finished or something. That one was a little weird because, oh shit, our military's not around. We all, you know, we got about as powerful as the AI. We were just playing co-op against the AI, just having fun with it. All on the same team together. And we got in this rhythm where we'd have, the AI always had powerful ships, right? And one of us would build up like a nice big fleet, and then we'd say like, all right, we gotta go, we gotta attack the AI. So we'd attack, and we'd make some progress, but we'd lose our whole fleet. And then by the time that happened, one of the other players would have their fleet ready, and then be like, all right, I'm ready. And then they go, and it's just this cycle of each one of us slowly getting our military ready, and then getting in. And eventually we're like, all right, we need to actually finish this, so let's just all get our shit together and then go in as a team, instead of going one by one. Okay, they're not listening to my orders anymore, unsurprisingly. I really hate that they run so damn far away. I think if they fix that, then the combat will be mostly okay. The fact that they fixed the whole dying thing helps a lot. Like, he's gonna eat it, it's fine. But it's... the way things work here, I've complained about at length, so you get the idea. Take out this guy next. Okay, our knight's rescued. Good. And then this asshole, which will take longer to kill, but we'll get him in time. And we didn't get any of this stuff, if there was any. Doesn't look like there was. Ooh. AI is fighting over here. I think the Verani are gonna win that one. Wow. Kinda cool. Okay. And I think we just leave the military alone for now. I don't need to go kill the big guy over there. Do some more mining. What other long-form games do I enjoy that I don't get to play anymore? There's obviously some board games. I think Diplomacy was one of them, which is like an amazing game. I played that. That was one of my better memories from high school. And caught a guy cheating because one of the players the host got knocked out, and someone killed him. I can't remember. Knocked him out of the game. And I was trying to, like, you know, he's a host. He's letting us use his home and tolerating our presence there. So I was like, all right, you know, that sucks. I'm gonna try and be friendly and include him by telling him what my plans are and how I see things going. And he fed that information to another player, and that other player changed his orders based on that. So I was pissed off at both of them, and I caught him and called him out on it because you could see the eraser marks on his answer, his orders or whatever. And everyone got pissed at him. So it was unfortunate, but I was trying to be nice. I was being like, dude, I'm just trying to keep you involved, man. I know it sucks to be out of the game, so. But what are you gonna do? It's unfortunate. But that's life. Okay, so this is 40, and then this is 15, so it's 55 across. 55. So 27? 27, okay. Okay. And I think we will start with that. Oh shit. Okay, let's try this a little differently. Trying to make this work. Okay. So that will be our designation, our designator for... That's still not the right word. That will be our marker for where we want to start building the ramp up here. The little stairway path just nice and centered in the front there, which hopefully they'll get working on right away. Oh. What? We had another knight die or something? Well, shit, I didn't even see that. Oh, my bad. Who's the new knight? Body of 6, if you don't mind. Gotta be somewhere here. There we go. Change jobs. Military. You're drafted. Damn it, I always do that. But yeah. Generally there's never enough time. Too many chores, too many things that have to be done to allow one to play all these very cool, very fun, long games. And it's unfortunate because it feels like there's an entire, like, genre almost of games that there's just no time to play. That I'd love to play, but there's really nothing I can do about it, so unfortunate. Even some handheld games, it's like, I just don't have the ability to do to make the investment to learn the game and play it if it's not particularly good. Like, it's a very high bar that things have to reach for me to play something in my free time, unfortunately. Or, I mean, not a high bar, and that the game has to be amazing, it's just I have to really like it. Which there isn't that much that I feel that way about, unfortunately. I mean, I've talked about it before, even 14 is losing out big time, and I'm just not really playing it. What else? What am I playing anything that's kind of long form like that? Don't think so. I mean, Darkest Dungeon doesn't count because I'm doing videos of it. I know that's, you know, that's a pretty long game, and that's fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but... What else is there? There's gotta be some other stuff, I know there is. Trying to think through. Life is Feudal isn't. Life is Feudal's just fine, lengthwise. Stonehearth is the same thing. What else am I playing? Overwatch is pick up, put down easily, so that doesn't fall into this at all. I guess I'm not really playing much at the moment. Yeah, I guess I'm not even playing anything that's that long form. I mean, I picked up Etrian Odyssey a little bit, just for fun. To start playing that a little bit on the side, but even that, like, you could say it's like a longer game, maybe? I don't even know, but I'm not really putting enough time into it to really call it that, frankly, so... I mean, it's saying that we have 546 stone, but considering that they're picking up all the stone as soon as it's mined and putting it into the castle, I kind of feel like that's bullshit. Maybe it says we have that much because the castle's not finished. And once it is, it'll say you don't have that stone anymore. I don't know. We'll see. Not a big deal either way. I'll just keep mining out this staircase here. Yeah, I miss playing those difficult, long games. Like, Crusader Kings 2 would be really fun to get into. I like the kind of stupidity of... I like doing things like making my king a horse. I like that playthrough. If you want to call it that, where you marry a horse and then you let the horse inherit the kingdom, and then you try and get horse advisors, and you develop a whole horse family, and then start taking over other countries to install your horse people, or your horse kingdom, I guess you'd call it. That kind of thing is really fun, or just being crazy in general. It's a fun game. Yeah, EU4 I'm not really as into, I think. It's fun, but it's less silly, and I kind of like this silly side. You know what I should really play again is Stellaris. I haven't played that in a while. Kind of want to pick up the DLC for it, though. But then, maybe in the summer sale. We already got the winter sale, and I didn't pick it up, so I probably have to wait at this point. Which is fine, it's life. It's my own fault I didn't pick it up, but a lot of those Paradox games are really good, longer longer games, which I think maybe lose out a bit, because if you really have to be 100% dedicated to it, and I think they probably understand that, it's fine, they're not bothered by it. It'd be kind of nice if you could play something a little bit shorter from them, I guess, or a little bit easier to get into than that. It can be tough, so. They're a damn good developer, though. I respect the crap out of them. So, I understand that their games are fantastic. I just see you don't really have time to play them generally, which sucks, but I mean, what are you gonna do? What are we doing on food? Are we actually harvesting anything? Okay, well, invaders approaching. Kick their ass. Healer is right here. Kill the healer, please. And then kill the other healer. You need him level 3, I think, for him to be a knight. Yep, so one more. Probably gonna get it in this fight here. Wonder if this updates. That'd be potential oversight of a early access or alpha game. Yep, it does. Good, go become a knight. That was easy. And you are dead. Alright, well that went well. One of the easier invasions we've had in a while. I mean, they're all pretty much the same. There's only like 3 or 4 different configurations of enemies that you can get, but just the same, that one went well. So why is the fog of war not lifting from here? Seems to be a little bit of a glitch. Okay, well, it'll be interesting to build in the fog of war and see what happens. But I like this kind of secluded area that we now have to ourselves. And we could put turrets around here if we wanted. Probably not, but we could. Okay. So I think we're probably still going to wind up short of stone here, even though it says, again, we have a ton. Get rid of these. Probably do another round here. There we are. Let them start getting that going, because we're done digging up top, and we're actually going to go use another potion as well to hopefully speed things along a little. But yeah, today was Alpha Centauri, almost 20 years ago today. 18 years. It's ridiculous how long it's been. It's like an entire human being could grow to adulthood between now and when that game was released. That's terrifying. I mean, not really adulthood. 18-year-olds are not really adults. I mean, let's be honest. They're mostly still pretty dumb, but close to... I mean, legally they're adults at that point, so that's all that really counts here. I know it's not really that simple. I don't think I've ever met an 18-year-old who I consider to be in any way mature, including myself, so don't misinterpret what I'm saying here. But, yeah. It's been a long damn time. Okay, we're starting to finish this off here. You know what? Maybe if I look in one of these and I see that we have stone, that would change my... Okay, we do have stone, so what the hell? Why are they not using this? It seems like they feel like they're out. There's another 54. There's another 85. Yeah, they got plenty of stone. I don't know what the issue is. It's very weird. And the frickin' farmers still are letting everything rot, which is regrettable. Well, that's life. It'll get resolved in time, I'm sure. But that is going to have to do it for today's episode. So, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I know talking about a game I've never played before, can't say too much about Alpha Centauri itself properly, but if you've never heard of it, take a look. I'm sure you've probably heard of the Civilization series. It was kind of a little bit of a spin-off of the Civilization series, and it was very good, as I understand it. Better than the mainline Civ series at that point, but I don't know if that's actually true. I just know Civ 2 was a lot of fun. And I imagine, based on what I read from Alpha Centauri, that it was quite good as well. So, take a look if you want. You could probably find a copy that'll run on Windows 7 or something with a little bit of work. That's always a fun thing to do. Teaches you a bit about computers if you can get that working. I don't think it's quite old enough to be a DOSBox situation, but probably some little workarounds to get it running. Maybe there's a copy on Steam which will handle it for you and you don't have to worry about it, but that's boring. It's more fun to do it yourself. Not that I'm encouraging pirating it or anything, but, you know, it's fun to make old stuff work. Such as the original XCOM, which I could have talked about, I think, not last episode, but one of the last few. Anyway, that's going to do it. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll join us for the next one as well. Take care.